What am I supposed to do? You understand that that contract is consequent on her receiving the maintenance loan. Now, you paid for her to go to Slimming World.
Yes.
Bubby, Grandma.
Oops.
Thalia, you're standing there. Look at her. Just look. This has done to your relationship.
Big strain.
Does it do to you to come here to sue your granddaughter in court?
I don't want to be here either. Could I have a drink of water, please?
Of course. Now, Thalia, there's some questions I have to ask you which are very, very important, and how you answer matter very deeply to this case. So don't tell me porcupines. Do you understand the expression bubbermasses? It's a fascinating phrase. I think it's in Yiddish. It's called bubbermasses. It's perfect for this case. It's called stories you tell your grandmother. In other words, porcupines. So don't try and tell me them. You understand? I need to know categorically how far you got in applying for this maintenance loan. And if you lie to me, it's going to affect your grandma's case in a very, very serious way. Do you understand? When you signed this contract, let's pull it up again, when she receives her maintenance loan, what research had you done about whether you were entitled to it? When you had made that promise?
A lot of people that from the college, people from student finance, and obviously, not that it matters that much, but my boyfriend, all told me that when I would be applying for the loan for my course, that a maintenance loan would come.
None! In other words, you'd spoken to some people and you said, oh, all right then, you hadn't been to see anybody about it, correct? Correct?
No, correct.
In other words, you may not have been entitled to a maintenance loan. Who knew? Right? You only became aware that you weren't entitled to a maintenance loan when you finally applied for one, correct? The time of signing this, you had no reason to believe that it was true whatsoever. Correct?
Correct.
Did you know that, Grandma?
No, nothing.
You know that now?
This is the first time I've heard.
And how does it feel?
Just can't believe.
Sylvia, Thalia. Sylvia, you're a wonderful grandmother, too wonderful. I'm afraid to say, as of today, the Bank of Grandma, the Bank of Bubby is closed. You made, I have to say, some very, very silly decisions, which was to extend good credit after bad to your granddaughter. I would have dismissed this case in the better part of 30 seconds, but for this one document that I've got. This document sets out the liability that she has to you. And your initial application was for in excess of £3,000. It was £3,095. Now, it seems to me that the critical part of this document is as follows. She will pay you back when she gets her maintenance loan. The fact that she did nothing at the time to understand whether or not she was going to get one, in my judgment, by the narrowest margin, is irrelevant. In other words, this is still a valid contract. It is just that the party, in this case your granddaughter, misrepresented to you that she was going to get money in time. It doesn't make it any less legally enforceable. So as a matter of principle, you would be entitled to £3,095.03, and that would be the award that I would make. However, I have looked at some of the things that you are applying for here, and I consider to be at least two features of your application wholly unreasonable. I do not believe that as a grandmother you're entitled to claim back any of the money for the party for your grandson's bar mitzvah. That's something that in no way, in my judgment, she could have believed you would have enforced in court, even if it was put into a written contract. Secondly, you are not getting the money back for the cash that you extended to her. Leaving aside the absence of evidence that I've got, that's what grandmas do sometimes. I'm afraid to say that's the cost of being the Bank of Grandma. That being said, of the things that I can look at in this enforceable contract, I look at it as a whole, I decide that it's enforceable, and I take off £999, that representing the sum for the party in Israel and the rest of the money, which was for, as I understand it, the cash you took out of your bank. Your total application was for £3,095.03. I take off the sum which I've set out, and this court awards you £2,096.03. How are you getting on looking for a job?
I'm trying really hard.
Try harder, you're going to get one. You can write perfectly decent English. Understood? That's the award of this court. Now, is the Bank of Bubby shut?
Completely.
You sure?
Completely.
Now, I can't force you to do this, but I would ask you before you leave court to shake hands. Understood? For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.